So both semifinals games, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, were everything that college football fans could have wanted. They were close games and competitive. We didn't get a TCU situation. Let's start with the Texas and Washington game. What a finish. Houdini, you were talking about it before. Texas played their hearts out down to the final play, literally. And at one point, I thought that Texas was going to win this game. Quinn Ewers played his heart out. We don't know if he's going to be back next year. People said that he was going to declare for the draft, but he hasn't done that yet. But thoughts on the game, though?
I thought it was a prime example of how to lose a football game. Watching Washington execute in the remaining 3.5 minutes was painful to watch. They get obviously the touchdown that pulls Texas within 6 happens kind of quick. They get a 3 and out. You get a fair catch interference on a punt that now just lumps 15 yards on with like 50 seconds to go. Huge penalty in which I'm sitting here watching. Like, I have I honestly would have been blown away. And I got to a point where I was just rooting for Texas naturally because it's like, you're going to throw this game away. Like, you're literally going to throw this game away. And it was in the bag. Anyone that was watching that game thought at what was it, 36-24, the game was over. Most people went to bed. And the last 3.5 minutes was,
I went to bed.
And the last 3.5 minutes was insane. And to be honest with you, if Ewers goes out, I think his draft stock dropped last night. I do think the keys are for Archie Manning to take over, though.
So I think you're right, Dino. Malik Murphy's already entered the transfer portal. I just don't see Quinn Ewers coming back. I just feel like it would create a big controversy. And how many years is he? Have one more year left, maybe? So I'd be shocked if he comes back and there isn't a huge controversy with Arch sitting behind him.
Yeah, I mean, the last play of the game, I'm sure both of you watched it. That was a wild finish, man. I still can't get over that. What a play by the dude on Washington. I don't know what his name is, but props to him.
Hell of a defensive play.
Yeah, but Quinn Ewers, though, I mentioned it before, we don't know exactly if he's going to go to the NFL draft. It is kind of expected, but who knows? He can come back. Where does that leave Archie Manning? He was supposed to take over after Ewers left, but if he comes back, Archie's probably going to maybe sit out another year. Do you think that he ends up leaving?
If he sits?
Yes.
If Ewers comes back? Did he redshirted this year, DePaul?
No, he played.
He played
like 2 snaps.
Yeah, and I have to brush up on the rules on that. I don't know if he can still take a red shirt, like technically, if like you don't hit the snap requirement or something, or however many games you played in. But it's absolutely going to cause a controversy if Quinn Ewers comes back and there's a quarterback controversy. At least a large portion of the fan base is going to want to go to Arch right there.
So he can still technically count it as a red shirt. You can compete up to 4 games while still maintaining red shirt eligibility. So he can.
So he'll end up getting a red shirt year. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you saw Ewers at the press conference before, sitting there by himself, and all the reporters were over there at Archie's table. So I do think.
Were they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It was bad. It looked like it was a bad look.
It was like 35, 40 reporters in front of Arch's table, and Ewers was just sitting over there just looking.
They were asking the same questions that we're asking right now. Personally,
Wow.
I'm going to say that he actually ends up staying. I don't think that he leaves. He wanted to be there. He says that he likes it there. Look, I know that obviously he's not going to say that he doesn't like it there publicly, but I actually believe him. I know that he likes the QB development program there, and I just don't think that he's going anywhere. He still will play his junior and senior year. He'll go into the NFL. Like, I mean, I don't see why he would leave.
I think Ewers has 1 year left.
He does.
Yeah, I think he has only 1, unless he took a red shirt at Ohio State, because he also did not meet the requirement, but he also met the requirement.
Ewers has been hurt every single year he's played too, so even if he does come back and loses out of competition, he's probably going to get some spin anyway, at least at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if his stock is higher than it is now. So if he gets picked in the 4th or 5th round, he'll be a backup somewhere You got to take
I
him.
was gonna say, he reminds me of like a Sam Howell type player, and I'm not just saying that because you're a Commanders fan, but like they're very similar in my opinion. Was he what? I think he was like 5th round too, Sam Howell.
Yeah, I think it was 4th or 5th.
Yeah. But like in that, he's not going to be, he's going to be a depth quarterback, maybe a camp signing, and maybe make it on a roster somewhere.